Well, to paraphrase Ralphie, indeed tonight all is right with the world. Because tonight hope has been fulfilled, peace has been fulfilled, joy has been fulfilled, love has been fulfilled. For a month there has been great waiting and anticipation, and now that waiting is finally over. Where shepherds were once standing in their fields watching over their flocks, tonight they take a journey and they arrive in Bethlehem to see what all of this fuss was about. Because there in Bethlehem they find a young girl, a child really, having just given birth to another child. The father, her fiancé, stands nervously proud. The shepherds cannot keep quiet that first Christmas night. Where they were once simple caretakers, they now become preachers. They now become evangelists, leading worship, praising God. Now, like those shepherds, each one of you have dropped whatever it was you were doing just a little while ago, and you have come here this evening to see if the stories are true and to see what all the fuss is about. You've left your homes, your family celebrations where food and drink abound, and you have arrived here to find the Christ child. And the good news tonight, y'all, is that He is here. He is here, He is here, He is here among us. Christ has come. It is the perfect Christmas. Because God, using the child Mary to bring into the world the incarnation of God's self in another child named Jesus. In this act of God, the words of the prophet have finally been fulfilled. The low places shall be lifted up. The mountains, the high places shall be brought down a bit, and all of those rough patches in life will finally now be made smooth. It is in this moment God has created something new. And just as God did in the beginning, God has once again intervened to transform chaos into order. Everything that we have been doing as a community, as a people these last 4 weeks has brought us to this very moment tonight. Because we have finally transitioned from an Advent journey to a Christmas story. All 9-year-old Ralphie wanted was for Santa to bring to him an official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time. Yet he is constantly met with the protest from teachers and parents and department store Santas that receiving such a thing will lead him to shooting his eye out. On Christmas morning, his hope is fulfilled in that one last hidden present brought by Santa. The Red Ryder has come, and now little Ralphie can face down his arch nemesis, Black Bart. The only problem is, as the prophets foretold not once, not twice, but 3 times, on Ralphie's first shot with his brand new BB gun, the BB ricochets off the metal, bounces back, they break his glasses, nearly shooting his eye out. The chaos of the moment continues as 3 mutt dogs belonging to the Parkers' annoying neighbors find their way into the house, destroying the Christmas turkey. And the adult Ralphie reflects upon the dichotomy that the season brings. when he says, sometimes at the height of our revelries, when our joy is at its zenith, when all is most right in the world, the most unthinkable disasters descend upon us. The ups and the downs this time of year often bring are once again revealed. Now, it's not uncommon for that our quest for the peace of God often yields to chaos, because sometimes that long sought gift shows up. The turkey has been cooked to perfection. There is peace, there is joy in all the land, and in one single moment, everything changes. Next thing you know, you find yourself sitting in a Chinese restaurant because they're the only place that's open on Christmas Day, and you look down to see that your Christmas dinner is looking back up and smiling at you. But as quickly as the chaos comes in, order also has a way of moving back. That Christmas, said Ralphie, in that moment, that Christmas would live in our memories as the Christmas we were introduced to Chinese turkey, and all was right with the world. Y'all, it's in the unexpected, sometimes within the unwanted of life, that God is made known. In the unexpected and in the unwanted of life, that sometimes is where and when revelation occurs. And in those moments, indeed, all is right in the world. Because it's not about the presents. It's not about the gathering together of family. It's not about Red Ryder BB guns or the perfectly cooked meal. You know, it's not even about 99.9% of the things we make this crazy holiday season to be about in our attempt to achieve the perfect Christmas that we hope for and that we want everybody to remember for all the right reasons. The perfect Christmas is about what God has done within the world. The perfect Christmas is about what God is still doing in the world. The perfect Christmas is about fulfillment. And sometimes we forget that. We forget that the Christ child was born in a feeding trough because there wasn't any room. There wasn't any room in the world for the incarnation of God in those traditional places. So God showed up outside. God showed up outdoors, along the margins. And those who wanted to come and worship, well, they came and worshiped. And those who felt they had better things to do or other places to be, well, the good news is that God doesn't wait around for the folk who think they have better things to do or other places to be. God comes into the world as God so chooses, through a child, in a child. The unexpected. In unexpected ways, God transforms the chaos of the holiday and the world around us into something beautiful and peaceful and hopeful, because that's how God is. God did it once, and God has done it millions and millions of times since in the lives and through the lives of the normal and everyday. People like you, people like me. And if you're sitting there on this Christmas Eve thinking to yourself, he's not talking about me. If you're sitting there saying to yourself, not me, then watch out. Watch out. Because God hears that he's not talking about me, and God hears that not me. And I'm going to tell you, God has a wicked sense of humor. God has a wicked sense of humor that allows God to take that he's not talking about me, that allows God to take that not me and transform it into, here am I, your servant. And through you, through each and every one of you, God incarnate, God made flesh, can and will be made known. Because the perfect Christmas is about realizing that God comes into the world. That hope is fulfilled, that peace is fulfilled, that joy is fulfilled, that love is fulfilled. The perfect Christmas is found in the realization that God's incarnation takes place within and through you just as much as it did within Mary and through the Christ child. And that it happens oh so often when the chaos of life seems to be at its zenith. But it still comes. God still comes. And the things that you thought, the things that I thought were oh so important, well, we come to find out that they're not so important after all. And that's when you realize that all is right in the world. Merry Christmas. Amen.